Hello, and welcome to the Brown Breaks. Yeah, it's a really nice day actually. Just, sunshine, humidity's dropped off. Yeah, very pleasant. Yeah, so just outside the library in Cloncurry, and they've got there's a gallery, and they've got this David Hookie. I think it's David Hookie exhibition. I thought it was interesting, but I don't know. It is somewhat offensive. I mean, it is art, but it's kind of a send up of politics and it's kind of a send up looking at the various politics and problems with society and it's art, so it's essentially painting of these various, whether it's Donald Trump or whether it's a cassowary or a So I think it's interesting, but I guess at the end of the day, is there a limit to art and what you can actually post? And some people argue, well, I mean, if you go to Mona, the museum for old and new art in Hobart, yes, it's a great art gallery, probably the best art gallery of modern art. But again, it could be offensive, given the content, the provocative nature of the content could actually offend some people. So I guess is there a limit to art and what you can what you can actually display? This is an open gallery, so anyone could walk in here, kids, anything. There are no warning signs. In Mona, they do have warning signs of recommendations, but here there is no warning signs. So anyone could just walk in and look at this art, which is somewhat offensive. And maybe there should be a censorship, like the same there is on movies. Movies. You can't just go into any movie. You can't just watch Pulp Fiction, for example, if you're 15 years old, or a Hannibal Lecter movie. Who was that guy? That guy who's playing a Hannibal Lecter in the series. There was Silence of the Lambs and so on, and Clarice Starlin and so on. So. And now in terms of social media, well, again, is there a limit to what you can post on social media? Which again is sort of interesting. And so should you start censoring social media? I think at the end of the day, people are not going to watch stuff which they're not interested in, or are going to find offensive. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, I guess you need freedom. You need freedom of speech. But I don't know. Is there a censorship, or should there be sort of ratings as to the material? I don't know. Maybe you have different levels. So if you're if you are only 15, there is certain material maybe that you can't access, and even stuff like I don't know. Some people are just posting various erotic sort of material on Barron's, a strategic game site, which I kind of removed. Now I know that Facebook do actually censor. So if you do post material that does breach community standards, it does automatically remove it. But the problem with videos is that it doesn't pick up on videos. So if you stream a video and then post it, well, it's not going to pick up in videos, and that's what people are doing. They're just posting videos. As such, and it was sort of a little bit kind of offensive. So maybe it's just difficult. Now the Quantum Technology Lab, 4X. Incidentally, there is actually a 4X hotel. Now 4X is the Queensland 4X. In fact, here it is. Here you can see in the background. It says. In fact, I'll stream it now. They got the Quantum. Incidentally, I don't know whether this live stream is even working. It's working on Facebook, but I don't know if it's working on YouTube anyway. So we have to fix that. But here is the 4X post office hotel. Now he's put not to be confused by a triple X. Well, I don't know. I mean, the stuff you get on Facebook, it is bordering on triple X material now, particularly because you can get away with it in videos. And I've noticed that you can get blocked if you post, kind of erotic sort of material. You can actually get blocked from anyway. But people find loopholes around this through videos. Okay, it's working on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, but where is it not working? Where is it not working? Do you want to comment on that? Or maybe it's just not working on some of the other sites. I don't know, but anyway, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at that later. Oh, the restream ones are not working. Live Kick, Twitter. Well, I don't know. They were having problems with Twitter, weren't they? I mean, wasn't that the whole issues of the riots or the attacks at Bondi Junction with Twitter? So maybe I don't know. Maybe they I don't know. Maybe they just don't like Barron or something, and maybe they're not allowing Barron's videos. I don't know. But anyway, we'll look into that. But yeah, having back to this gallery. Yeah, it is sort of interesting. So maybe it's worth seeing. Certainly, yeah. If you're in town, I think it's worth seeing this gallery. Maybe it's just an exhibition. This guy, who was it? David Hookie. I mean, he's pretty good at the end of the day, but I don't know. Maybe he has to sort of resort to this kind of material because his art is just not abstract and so on. Compare that to poetry or the minuscule ant. How beautiful that is. When the Baron reads out the minuscule ant and puts emotion and just reading out Ashley Barty, just a success, because people will then associate that Ashley Barty being success, the best tennis player that we're seeing since the days of Goolagong and Cord and Laver and so on, and also she's a mum. So yeah, so she played tennis. She's published a book, one of the best sellers of all time, and of course as a mum. So everyone will kind of relate to Ashley Barty, and when the Baron reads out the words Ashley Barty in the poem, and puts emotion into it, and people feel that because again of the success of Ash Barty and the fact that she's done. So why can't artists use this level of art? Why do they then have to resort, to this kind of material, kind of somewhat offensive material? Okay, now it's just a restream. It's not working. Have a look at the custom RPM settings. Okay, so yeah, we'll look into that. Now, yes, Passover tonight. So went to as you can see, went to church in the morning yesterday, and I kind of came in late, but yeah, I was there for the end of the service, and no, when I left the service, I had this bird, and in fact I had bird poop land on my hand and on my bag. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just coincidence, but I did go to the service, and just as I came out of the service, and we then went we had a baptism, and we went to the dam, kind of, and Baron made a post of this baptism, which you can see, and just a beautiful. I mean, if you look at places like I don't know, Hillsong, or I remember even going to Macquarie Baptist. They just have like an inflatable swimming pool or a spa. It's not the whole experience. You need to go into a lake or a dam with scenery, with the backdrop, which is where we went yesterday. That was just a fantastic, and of course made a stream of the baptism, and then tonight Passover. So yes, I was going to go up to the lookout for the sunset, but actually going to there's this kind of home group now, Bible study with the same church, and we'll probably read out the minuscule ant. And I may time it 6 o'clock, so I don't know, I may time it for the time of sunset, which is around about 20 past 6 or half past 6. And I think that's when Passover begins at sunset, and believe it's a full moon being Passover. So yeah, all pretty nice stuff. Now, wasn't it last year that both Ramadan, Passover, and Easter coincided? And I think Barron was on the Buddhist retreat, which is interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So they're all very kind of similar, looking at various events within their particular religions, or whether it's Passover or Easter. So yeah, so it's looking at various religious events just across the three Abrahamic religions. That's interesting stuff, isn't it? So yeah. So maybe tune in 6:20. I'll read out the minuscule ad at this home group, and sort of a Bible study. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. And that was the Barren Breaks.